Okay. Yep. Seems like we're live. I'm going to take the desktop audio in there as well. Okay. I need to work where we need to change the title. Cancel. We'll edit this here. Not satisfactory. What? No. Customization. I'm not playing satisfactory. Minecraft. Minecraft Tetris logistics. Stone designing. Okay, that's good. Save that. Edit this. Thumbnail. Yep, we're gonna keep that thumbnail. I like that thumbnail. Okay, well, that seems reasonable. Alright, so last time we were streaming and we made this multiplexer here in Minecraft. So as you can see, there's a whole bunch of torches, and these represent AND gates, alright? So if this one and this one and this one are all off, then this redstone turns off, turning this redstone on, this torch, because this is powering this block, which powers this piston, which gives us a signal out. Okay? Right now, this is the first one, and then I believe this is the second one, third one, and fourth one. These two levers represent 1 and 2. I think this is 1. Yeah, so if I go, it's actually 2. See, this turned on because this right here, this torch represented there. Alright, so if I go back down to 0 and I flip this switch off, then that'll power up. Okay, so that's where we did last time. I did a whole bunch of logic gates stuff that I talked about for a while. We're building Tetris in Minecraft, so these are our blocks, and each one is represented by a binary code. So we've got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way up to 19. So this would be 1 plus 2 plus 16 is 1 and 2 is 3 plus 16 is 19. Alright, then we were going over here and we coded each one in. So if I flip this switch here, then this turns off, and we could take a random one that's going to be 5 right there. That's 5. We can come over and look at number 5, and it would be this green piece standing up. Where did I put this? Is that the right way? Nope. Just like that, alright? So each one of these is going to have a code in the read-only memory. So this is going to only be able to read, alright? We're going to have a similar setup for the random access memory, which is going to be for when we're actually playing the game. So this is when the game is off. We have all of the blocks stored in code, and they're all encoded. And then we'll have a display board, which is what we're going to be working on today. Last time I ended the stream, and I think I've decided I want the 2x2 rather than the 1x1, because this doesn't look much like an 8, but this does. Alright? Now, when we're looking at the display board here, I think it makes more sense to have it on this side rather than on the left side. Either way, we need to be consistent, alright? Now, I wish I could show you, I have a picture of a project I did in, not high school, college, that allows me to run circuits. It's from a computer designing thing that we had. Let me see if I can pull it up for you guys while I'm streaming. I can try that. Maybe Windows Display. Alright, let's transition. Here it is. I'm going to go like this. Transition. All right, so this, oops, go back here. This is my circuit that works, all right? I had 30 inputs, which is quite a bit. I wish we could get it lower. I think this is going to be the easiest way to design the board that we have, all right? So let me run through. Can you see my mouse? I think so. Yes, you can. All right, so these with the curve on the back represent OR gates, all right? And you can tell because there's power coming out even though only one is powered here, all right? So A or B or C equals input number 1, all right? Then we could follow and see that we used input number 1 right here, okay? And in this one right here, all right? Input number 1 is G, okay? So if we go up and look at G, G is used for number 1 and number 2 goes to G, okay? So 1 and 2 both need to be on in order for G to be active, okay? Now we can go back and see that B naught, C naught, and D naught are all in an OR gate, and that represents number 2. All right, so 1 and 2 need to be active in order for G. I wish I could show my work. I handed this project in, wow, it's 3 years ago already, which was quite a while ago. Basically, I used some logic and Boolean algebra, which is the kind of algebra that you use when you're working with binary numbers, and did a whole bunch of work on this project. The starting inputs you can have up to 50, and I got it down to 30, which was I was very proud of myself. I got extra credit for it, which was good. This is the design we're going to use, all right? Now, we said this is an OR gate. See the straight edge on the bottom is an AND gate. We said that over here, all right? So this is a three-way AND gate. This is an AND gate, AND gate, AND gate, AND gate, OR gate. Now, this little dot right on the top means not, okay? So this would be a not an OR gate or a NOR gate. But see this line in the back here? This is an XNOR gate, okay? And this is my favorite one. I'll show you what it looks like in Minecraft in just a second. But that's what this is right here. And this represents B, okay? Up here, this is input number B. And as far as I know, this works for 0 through 9, all right? So any 0 through 9, it works for, all right? Now, let's go back to Minecraft, and I'll pull this up, okay? What we're working on right here, this is a counter, all right? It counts, so if I flip this lever once and turn it off again, now we're at 1, okay? It was at 0, now it's at 1. Now it's at 2, okay? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the highest number you can count to with 3 binary digits. And then we're going to go to 8. And then we're going to need to work out some logic because we can go to 9, but we can't go any higher than that. And this is going to be weird. So we need to find a way so that we can reset this clock without destroying all of the redstone that goes behind here. So we need to count to 9, and then this needs to have a system so that if this is on and this is on, none of the other ones will activate. How do we do this? I know that there's a way to do this. This one and this one, and if this gets powered again, sorry, if we go this one and this one, there needs to be a way to turn this off. So right now what we're doing, I'm going to go back and reference this picture quite a bit while we're going through, all right, is once we circle to 9, all right, it's going to display the 9 just as it normally would. And then letter A would be 1, it would be A is on and B is on, I think. No, it would be A is on and C is not. That's how that would work. Huh. Oh, this is the 8th line. So this is 0 line. So 9 would be 1, 0. And then A would be 1, 1. Yeah, these two would be 1. All right. So when we get to 10, right? Transition back to here. When we get to 10, that's all good. Oh, that's what I was showing. I got distracted. So you can see A and A naught, B and B naught, C and C naught, D and D naught. All right. What we've got, I'm gonna go like this. All right. This is A on the bottom. So A is right here and A naught. All right. When you say naught, it's the opposite. Somebody's calling me. Just a second. I'm back. Sorry, guys. I had to take a call. All right, so this is A and A naught. This is the problem that I'm starting to run into here. All right. I could go like this. This is B because B is on, right? And this is B naught. All right. That's how we can do this. And then this can keep coming up. The problem I'm running into here is I want to keep it so that it's pretty seamless, so that we could put one here, have a layer of blocks right here, and then another for display. And I don't really care how far back it goes, as long as it works and it's within that boundary. We've already, as you can see, got 2, and if I place a block here, then I can bring it down to the right, just like that. But I still have this block where this is coming out and it's powering this block. But if I place something there, like we're just going to have a lot of difficulties. So that'll be really interesting, not being able to have 4 blocks here. But we will figure it out. We will prevail, all right? That's the goal anyway. All right, I'm pulling up the reference image over on the other screen here so that I can see. Right now, we have this is, all right, so number 1 is A or B or C. All right, this is A right here, this is B, and then we need to have, it comes up to here, so B, and then this would be C right here, coming out, and right here would be C naught. Okay, see, it's on. Good. I'm gonna turn this. All right. Now, before we get too much further, when this one and this one are both on, all right, we could go like this one, and this one. Let's get some redstone. I don't mind if it goes up too much higher. All right, let's check this. This is on, doesn't affect that. This one turns off. Good. Why is this one still on? It's powered by this one. And there's nothing powering that. This should be off, okay? And then when this turns off, that turns on, okay? Which we need to find a way to trigger this block right here. We need to trigger this block right here. And this is already powered. So we need to make sure that this doesn't get depowered here. So at the same time that we depower this one, because I believe if we do that right now, it gets depowered and then it turns back on. So every time it powers, it... One second. Why didn't that go through? See how that went right through? Let's delete that. Try this again. That's how that should go. Okay. Now, if I turn this off, it's still powered. Huh. This might be a little bit more difficult than I thought. Because it's powered, so we need to turn this off and then turn it back on again. So I'm actually going to represent this with button clicks because I believe that's the way we're going to pulse this through. Stone buttons are better. I forgot. Where's the stone button? Stone button. Oops. Now this is where we need this to come out, right here. Oh, I see how it is. Okay. I believe that's the way that it should be. This is a correct orientation, and then now we're about to turn this on. This turns off. Excellent. Can I... Alright. Oh, this is going better than I expected it to go. Alright. But it's not going the way that I wanted it to go. That's on because both of those are on, and it doesn't care about that one. Alright. So we've got this working. Now, what we need to do is figure out the turning this off so that it can only cycle through to 9. Which is good, because if it cycles up to 10, and we also want this counter, if we're going to count more than not 9, we need to have 2 of these, so it after this counts all the way through, then it'll go to the, to the next module. Alright, so we can have this as an output block into the next module, which can bring it down. Alright, now, if I pulsed this right here, just once, with an observer, that would work. Alright, I can't just put an observer up in here like this, which would work. It would pulse this and turn this off and then turn this back on. The problem is that'll happen every time that this turns on or off. And probably when the redstone changes. So we can't do that. And I don't think we want to run a... How do I... There's ways... Alright, let's go like this. I could show you... Where's my observer? Here it is. Alright, so if I go like this and put a redstone repeater up here and then a button on here, it only gives 1 pulse because it's only powering the top. Wait a minute, we actually might be able to get away with this. Alright, so if I've got a pulse, I literally have no redstone dust on there. That's awesome. If I place this here, it can only pulse this once, alright? We still need to figure out the top, but I think this will work. Huh. Alright, remember that there's a... Because... Wait a minute. Let's see. Wait a minute. Alright, what we really want to see is if this is pulsing twice. Just once. Okay. So, if that's the case, then I can go like this. And hopefully, by pulsing... I need to pulse this block right here. Oh, yes! I love doing this target block. Alright. Up and out. Okay. place this down. This is powered because of that. Man, placing observers in Bedrock Edition is just not as much fun. You guys wouldn't even know. See that now that turns that on? So what we need to do is then, while this is being 1, 2, we could go like this, because we need to power this block somehow. And not this block on the bottom. But that turns that on then. Oh, that's silly. See, it would work, but it's powering that block there. Alright, come on, we could work with this. Alright, people. What do we gotta do here? Is there a way to turn or lock this? Like, I'd imagine, I know repeaters can lock each other. But I can't lock this, right? That's silly. Literally every side of that block is being messed with right now. Is there another way I could power it? If I'm coming out on this edge anyway, right? I could power it from here? Question mark? Yeah. Okay, but then it's getting powered. This block is getting powered. And this block is getting powered. Alright, but I can go like this. Yes, I can. And then we just go like this. Then it's always powered, which means that we need to have this right here like this. No, it's got to come down one more. No, I need to have it like this. Nope. I have to get rid of this block here. Which means we could come... Does it care? Nope. Don't think it cares. Alright, let's see if it cares. That's gonna power that then. Well, it doesn't matter. Where... Okay. Alright. I forgot about something critical here, guys. Alright. Alright. we do need a delay here somewhere. Oh! Oh, delay. How do we get a delay into this circuit? Can I do this? I'm fairly certain we're going to need more of a delay. Why is that getting powered? Oh. And that won't matter. Oh, it's gotta be. Because both of them are on. Now this is the one where it should trigger. Ready? This is 9. Now it's gonna trigger. Okay, we're making progress because it did cycle over to there. That's good. Without me hitting the button. And then this is getting powered from below now because this is not on. So we're still running into this block being the problem right here. And this block is the one that tells us when to go. If I go like that, would that mess with things? It does not, because it doesn't power that for some reason. I feel like it should power that. I feel like it should. I don't know, guys. I feel like this might not be as worth it as I'm thinking it is to try to fix this part of the problem yet. Okay, let's go back and reference our picture, our image here. If I go like this, And then I transition this over. Okay. I keep doing that. Go back, please. This is our diagram that we're working on right now. And we need A and B, or A or B or C to be our number one line here. So we're going to represent those with colors as best we can. So A is the middle one. The middle ones are the A. So A, B, C. Alright? A or B or C. And if any of those are being powered, then, and the easiest way to do OR gates is by placing down redstone just like so. And then I can go like this. And I don't want to have any NOT gates here. Nope, no NOT gates yet. What if I... This is on. When this powers up, it'll power that. And I do have one more layer, but I'd like to save this layer for some extra redstone, if I can get it. Okay. And I can't get in the way of the NOT gates here. Wait a minute. Can I just bring this power out here? Right like this. I don't see any reason why not. This shouldn't affect anybody. Okay. This is the knot. So just go like that. A knot. And then this is the B knot right here. And if we go down here, oh, brilliant. This is working. We're just going to break this right now. No, that's fine. We can leave that there though. Alright, that's on now. It should still be on. It's on. Still on. Make sure that it's still on. There's literally no reason why it should turn off once I do this. It's still on. 3 still on. And then 4, it's off. Okay. So now we just grab a line. We can bring it out of this way. And that's number 1, alright? This is the number 1 circuit, right? Oops, forgot to transition. Number 1 right here is done. A and or B or C. If any of those are on, the number 1 line is done, okay? So what we're gonna do is transition back to Minecraft, go back into this here, and we're gonna take line 1 and make that wool. We're gonna go with yellow. Yeah, yellow is good. Alright. And I do want the lamp actually. We're also gonna take red, green, blue. Now I think I had it. Line like A or line 1 is yellow. So that's right here. Line 2, red, green, blue. Yellow, red, green, blue. Alright? And now I just need a sign. Just like that. Line 1. Line number 1. We do need the number in there because lines A and B and C are different, alright? Line 1 is right here. I'm going to put a lamp on it because those are useful. And line 1 right here. Done. Now let's go line 2. B naught or C naught or D naught. So we have B and C. This is B, C, D. Alright? And we're just going to... Oh, I didn't bring up the picture for you guys that time. Sorry. Now, for these lines down here, we've just basically been putting a line there. And then we're going to grab a torch and bring it off. Okay? And then grab one up here. And we've been grabbing repeaters and bringing them off. This is B naught. This is, or D naught, B naught, and C naught right here. So we need to grab one of these right here. Bring this over. I think I can go like this within reason. Alright, and if I power this block right here, then this gets powered. If this gets powered, and then I just need to bring power down without being powered from this side right here. Because this block right here, I could bring a target block. How do I bring... Bringing redstone down is really hard. Alright, and remember, we're doing this preliminarily here. Let me bring up B, C, D, and then B naught, C naught, or B naught, C, and D. All gonna be one. B and C naught. Oh boy, we're gonna twist a lot of lines here, guys. I'm telling you right now, a lot of lines are gonna be crossed that are just dangerous to cross here. So if I take this away, this still gets powered. And if I take this away, then it's not getting powered. So what we need to do is bring this power down. Alright. But then we gotta... Alright, we could go like this, though. Oh, but if we bring in the bean, that works there. Alright. And if this gets powered, it's going to power this block anyway. Alright, so we can't put a redstone line there. We could go like this. But I need this to flow downward. Alright, this goes into this block, which brings it down. Alright. So this one is off. This one turns off. And this is still powering itself because the redstone repeater gives it power. Huh. Wait a minute. We're not thinking about this three-dimensionally, guys. Alright? I'm telling you right now, we're not thinking about it three-dimensionally. I want that there, though. So we can go like this and have... Oh, I've never seen that. Oh, there it is. Okay. Power onto this here. And we can bring a... like this. Where is this? I always forget that I could do this. Where's the redstone block here? Okay, and then just like that. And then this is the line right here. Is there any way we could bring this out without breaking anything? No, because I need this to be free and open here. Okay. Alright, let's take a look at our picture again. Make sure that we're doing alright here. 1, and we've got line 2, but it's just not hooked up yet. Let's transition back here. We'll click on this. It'll be yellow and then red here. Alright, the problem is it's just line 2. Number 2. Okay. It's just going out the wrong way is the problem that we're running into. Now, let's work on line 3. And we'll take a look. Line 3 is used in letter E. And that's it. Line 2 is used twice, 3 times. Line 1 is used once, twice. Huh. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Alright, the X and OR gate that we're using right here for letter B, okay, goes to B up here. There's an X NOR gate. Let's build an X NOR gate vertically, alright? So let's go back here. If I fly over this way, you could see what an X NOR gate looks like. Alright, this is what it looks like right here. Redstone torches, and there's 2 of them, and then 1 comes out. 2 redstone here, redstone's on top, 2 redstone, which, alright, this is an AND gate on the top. This one and this one both need to be off in order for this to turn on, alright? Then this powers both of these, which basically no matter what, they get power. And then there's always power going to one of those, as long as this is, as long as there's power going to both of these, then this one will be on. And the only way that happens is this AND gate is on. This is a NAND gate of some sort. But these power other way. So if we're going to do this, we need to have a power here and a power here. And this NAND gate needs to happen just like that. Okay? And then I can't bring power up on the above this directly, because then it'll do the sputtering thing, which is really annoying. Alright. Plus, we're going to need these 2 redstone here. What if we go like this? Well, we'll make this a target block, just to guarantee that that is getting powered. And why stop there? Alright. And we can bring one of these up here like that. And I'm pretty sure this will... Okay. I just want to make sure if I go like this, apparently that works. Alright. And then this is the part that confuses me. We need to have this torch powering some redstone and some redstone here between these two. And we need to cut that off here. Right there at the source. But then this needs to be on. See how this is not working? This is bad. Because we turn this on, both of those go off. Because one of these is powering it. So if I go like this, two of them are off and one of them is on. And that's right. And then if I turn both of them off, this turns on. This line turns on, which turns that off. Which is not what's happening right now. Oh. I'm looking at the wrong blocks here. Alright. So this needs to have redstone on it. Just like that. And this needs to have redstone on it. Just like that. Now we're cooking with gas. Alright? Because I turn this off and both of those are off. Both of those are off. Then I turn this off and then this is on. Okay? And then what we need to have happen is another technical thing right here. Turns this off. Right here. I don't think that's going to apply to anything because this will be on automatically anyway when this is off. Oh, I've never seen it do that. And then can we make this be the other one? Both off. One is on. Both off. Alright, now watch this. I'm going to put a torch. We're going to put some redstone up here. Okay. And then that's going to go right there. And then we're going to have a light. Where's... Don't have any redstone lamps. This is unfortunate. Just grab it. Ah! Alright, here we go. Now we got it. Oh! We did it. Guys, we did it. Let's go. Let's go. We verticalized a redstone XNOR gate. This is awesome. Okay. Now, I really wish we could have fit this in too wide. That would have been really nice. How do we... But we have to connect with one of them. Like that. I don't think we could do much better than that right there. And it doesn't seem to have any quirks here. Alright. Let's just make sure that we've got this right. Yeah, we got it. Oh man, dropping things here. What did I even drop? Oh, it's my... There it is. Okay. Alright, it's fine. Everything is fine, everybody. Everything is fine. Alright, now... we've got this in a 3x3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tall. I guess it's 6 because we have that top one there. And we can bring the output out this way. Actually, we could go like this and bring the output just like that. Okay, so we're gonna take that. Let's go back to our picture here. And this is XNOR is C0 and D0. Alright? So they're gonna be on opposite sides of each other. We'll go back over to this stand. Make sure that I understand this correctly. There's one on this side and one in the front. And none other than that. And then this is right here. And these get redstone all the way around. And then 2 target blocks. That, just like that. Alright, we can build that. Where are we at here? Right here. Okay. So this is C0 right here, and this is D0 right here. D0. Alright, so we can go like this and put a redstone on this right here. And then we can avoid breaking anything by putting a target block on there. Oh man, guys, I'm telling you, target blocks are actually overpowered. Alright. Oops. We need a piston for that. Oh. You know, these things are awesome. Yeah. Nobody could tell you anything otherwise. I don't need those. Alright. Let's grab this here. Alright. So now we're just gonna grab some redstone dust here. Powering into this. Over. Okay. So this is C0, remember, and we need this connected, and then we're gonna put... Uh-oh. Can we make it go down? How do we make it go down? Down, down, down. Because I'd rather not... We can maybe... This is 4. This is the 5th layer. Is there any chance that we can make it go an XNOR gate that's 1 wide? I'm sure there's a way to do this, right? Not 1 wide. Alright, so we've got this coming out. And we need... Yeah, we could do this. Alright, it's just going to be a little bit weird. Redstone in the middle. Just like that. Alright. Wait a minute. We can actually just do a NAND gate. Just like that. Alright. Oh, it's got to be too wide at least. because we have that weird stuff going on. Alright. And then this is going to go up just like this. Alright. And the problem that I'm realizing now is we need to connect this redstone and this redstone with this redstone right here. What if I just powered. Ah, okay, that's the problem. Alright, let's see about this now. What if I go on this side? I'm forgetting that why does it not happen here? Because I'm never actually doing it down on the bottom. Or here. That's actually amazing. Didn't know that I did that, which is cool. Right. Remember, this is off when these are on. Alright? Oh, is there a way to do this without connecting to that redstone there? We could use 2 torches. We don't have to have 2. Or 1. Alright? That's on, and then that's on. Alright, so this torch is those 2 torches there. Alright, is off when those are on. Alright, and then that torch right there, those 2, needs to power 2 that turn off, and that makes an OR gate. If this one is on or this one is on, then this one is off. One, 2. Beginning to understand this circuit here. Yeah. Alright, so we could put a redstone in the middle there, which in turn could power a block right there. One, off, 1, and then when both of these are off, this one turns on. When this one is on, it turns off. When this one turns off, it's still off, but something is different. Okay, let me think here. These both have 2 torches. They both have 2 torches. Both of these torches have 1 torch that turns off, turns on when both of these are off. Both of these are off, that turns off, stays off. So we do need this one right here, okay? So when this turns off and this one turns off, this one turns on, all right? The problem we're having is Okay, we've got it. And now we could just power these. One. Alright, we gotta extend this here a little bit. Because I don't want to power that. They're both off. Both off is on, off, off, on again. Alright. So now we've managed to make this much, much, much smaller, which is really good. Alright. Really good. Can we go any smaller than that? We're not using this middle block. But we can't really use this middle block. Except for beneath. Which we could totally do. Wow, that was really easy. Oh! Oh, let's go! Let's go! Yes! Okay. Okay. Decent. It's decent. I'm actually so excited. That is so good. Yes! Let's go! Alright. And this one needs 3, 4, 5. There's 3 on this side. 3 on this side. 6, 7, 8. It needs 8 torches. How many does this need? 2. This also needs 8. So we're using the same amount of torches, actually. This is brilliant. I love it. And except for this torch right here, which there's nothing we could really do about. Right? Yeah, there's nothing we could do about that one. We have to leave that there. Okay. Alright, I'm actually so excited about this. Now, we have, it's still amazingly in a 3x3, except for technically this is, but that would be the same there anyway. 3x3, and now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 high instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've reduced it by 1, alright? And the 5th layer, technically, 1, 2, 3, 4? Wait a minute. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we've got a whole layer cut off. Whew, that is way easier. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Okay. So now we're gonna fly back over here, and we could put this down, and the output is on the bottom. Okay. So we can bring this down? Question mark? Can we bring this down? Can we bring it over to the side here? I wouldn't mind that. I think we could put it there. Alright. Alright, right here. Alright. Then just like this. And then one here, one here, one here, one here. And then just like that, we've got an XNOR gate. And we can bring a redstone up from right here, because it's still technically being powered from there. And we can run that in. And then we just need to run a redstone repeater from here It's dangerous powering any blocks like that. But that is an XNOR gate. And then this line right here. Ooh, this is exciting, guys. Alright, so we've got number 6s down here. We gotta be careful about what we've got going on. 1 and 2 are done. We haven't done line 3, but we're about to do B, which will be really cool. Alright. C naught, D naught. We've got both of those in the XNOR gate. And then we have an OR gate with B naught. Okay? So line A, B, this would be B naught, right? Hello? Uh-oh. Wait a minute. This is the one that I messed up here. B naught comes out here. And all we have to do to fix this problem... Oh, wait. B naught definitely is powering that right there. Okay. And I don't want to interfere with that line there. Hello? See, I can go... I'd really like to keep it in this area. Questions. Questions need answering, though, don't they? Alright. But if I put this here, then that's not getting powered the way that I need it to. Oops. Don't break random things, guys. It's not ideal. I can't really get rid of that. Oh. Fart stains, guys. Actually fart stains. Alright. That's what's happening. Oh, this really tickles my nose, guys. Is there any other way I can get power from here, this block, up to here with this block right here? We need to get that block. Okay. Technically, this works. Alright. Except, I don't want this to be powered by that. We'd actually have to run like this, because weirdness. Oh, that is this. Where did my picture go? Oh, well, my picture's gone. I'll pull it up again. There it is. Silly game. Silly game is silly. This is done right here. Okay? Now, B is this line on the side. Alright, so if we run... I believe this would be B, this line right here. Okay? Let's hook it up. This is going to be silly. Oops. I do want that. I want this here. Did I delete that picture again? Wow, that's so silly. Okay. And now I could go like this. Oh, okay, there it is. B, and that is the right side, facing it from the front, okay? We're gonna just follow the way that we had it before. Alright, so facing from the front, this is the line. We could just run this directly over to here. Alright, B is done. Now, let's get a couple more under our belt before we get too much more ahead of ourselves here. B is done. Let's get A done. I'd like to get A done. A consists of number 6, which is number 3, and number 5. Okay, number 3 is B naught, C, and D, all in an OR gate. Alright? And number 5 is number 1 and D naught. Alright, so let's look at this again. 5 and 3 is B naught, C naught, D naught, and number 5 is number 1 and D naught. Alright, so we already have line 1. We have not done line 3, which is B naught, C, and D. And what we have done badly at is labeling any of these. Wow, this is going to be a big project. Oof. Even just getting the lines correct. Is there any other easy ones that we can do? Slim pickings. E is number 3 and D naught. C is 4. D is 2 and 6. Ooh, G is easy. 1 and 2. G is the middle one. Number 1 and number 2. Alright, now we know how to do an AND gate. We've done them before. 2, 4, and number 5. Let's run back over. What did we say it was? 1 and 2 for G. So this line and that line over there. Alright, so we're going to grab this line right here. We're going to put this wool right on there so that doesn't short out a little bit. And this goes right into the middle one right here. This is going to be a nightmare. I can already tell. Alright, now I want to put a repeater right on there. And then red comes down. And down again. And we'll just place like that. And I'm going to repeat that right there. Just delete that. Okay. And remember, this is number 8. So when we're done, all of them should be good, because that's what our screenshot says, right? We've got to pull this up. Screenshot says we're on number 8. All of them are working. So all of them should be giving an output when we're done. Alright, number 4 or D. What's number 4? B or C naught. Alright, the next 3 are going to be pretty easy if we're being relatively generous with ourselves. It'll be easy. It won't be easy because we're not generous. Oh, that's going to be a headache. I already forgot. B naught, C, or D. Alright, B naught or C or D. This is the line for B naught right here. Or let's come down. This is not, we said C or D. That's right. C or D. Alright. This is the line right here for C. Alright. So we gotta get a redstone signal out of this one right here. That is C. Where does this line go to again? I could go up like this and then just run it like that. Okay. And now, guys, let me just tell you, we are completely running blind now. We are not. We're just going to make it work. I have given up. realize that making it huge is going to be kind of a pain in the butt, but any more efficiency after this is just going to be a pain. So, yeah. C or D. Can we get a line? We don't have D yet. And this, we have decided down here is B naught. Right? B naught. So we actually do need this line right here to come out. So B naught or C. So if either of these are working and then D is right here, how do we get power out of this one? If, oh, wait a minute. I know how to do it. Watch this. Boom. Bang. Yep, this is good. And then we're gonna just use this trick again. Alright. Redstone. And then we're just gonna place a redstone right here. Guys, that was it. Okay. So now this is gonna be line 3. Alright. 3. Well, that was easy. Alright, B naught, C, or D are all on line 3. Alright, and we use line 3 for letter E with D naught. 3 and D naught. Huh, that's interesting. D naught and D are both in E. Alright, and because they come out of the same line, that'll never happen. Huh, that's really interesting. Alright, let's go back into Minecraft. We'll set up letter E. Where does E go? It's below G on the other side. Okay? Oops. Oh. Silly, silly. Alright, watch out. Watch out, everybody. Go like this. Nope. Transition back here. Alright, yeah, that's fine. I keep deleting the picture that we need to use. Is this the same one? Yeah, that's the same, basically. Hello? Hello? Hi, Elsa. Hi, Jimmy. How's it going? Good. Elsa's here. Very nice. I'm on a stream, honey. Streaming on the internet. Yeah. Okay, let's minimize this. Go like this. Back to here. G is right here, and E is right here. Okay? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Alright, so back to here. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. E is this one right here. Okay. How are we going to power that? We have this monstrosity here. Okay. We step this up and then just go like that. Yeah, we can. And then this and D naught, which is going to be this top one right here, which comes out, and we can bring this down too. Is it and? Or, yeah, it is and. Alright, so it's not an OR gate, so we can't have both of them at the same time. I'm going to put this down here, and right here. Okay. And then we can bring this over. Because nothing is powering that. Okay. So this powered. So now, if this line is on, and this line is on, then this line gives an output. So if this line turns off, then that input turns off. Or if this line turns off, then this turns off. And now we need to get this all the way down into here, right here. All right. And I don't know how to do that. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and go like this. And then another useful trick that we can do is grab some redstone or slime block right here. I think it'll rip my sign off. Line 3. Hopefully it won't. Alright, so now we've got 3 out of 7 done, okay? We have B done, we have E done, and we have G done, alright? And do we have number 4 done? B or C not? Let's try that. Shall we? B or C not? Okay, now let's see. This is B, oops. Line B is this one right here, okay? Because this is line A not, B, okay? A, B. Okay, so if we take, can we get in here? B. I love you too, Elsa.
Am I going to interrupt your stream if I can talk to you?
Nope. Alright, B and C not. This is C right here. And I'm just now realizing this is A, And this is B over here. We would not want to mess that up. Oops. What's happening here? This is line A. Right, because they're opposites. Okay? So this is the B light, which is on. And that's coming out. We have that blocked, and the top is blocked. Plus the top would be opposite. But here's something interesting that we can do. Okay? Right here, coming out of this block, this is B naught. Is there something on this block here? Perfect. Okay. So this is B naught. Now, oops, wait a minute. I can't do that because then it'll power this and this. So we can't do that. But basically, what I'm trying to think of is if I placed a torch on this, then it would be B again. Can I go like this? Oh, but then you got this guy here. Why? Because this is getting powered here. That's powering into that. Oh, but I could go out this way. Alright, so this is B naught. Watch this. Ready? Do you know what not or B not is? This right here, which is powered because B is powered down here. Do you see that? It's coming in, it's powering this. So we now have line B again, and we can run that all the way over to wherever we need to bring it to. Okay? And then we need C naught, okay? Which is on the other side of the board. A, B, C, C naught right here. And I can't really bring that any other direction, can I? But I can go like this. Man, these repeaters are pretty awesome, man. Gotta say. Huge fan. Why is C not on? Because B is not on, which means that C naught is on. Okay. Out to here. And then I can go like this again. And, alright. And then we gotta just match with here. B and C naught, and B is off, okay? But this tells me that it's on. Because we're only on... Ah, here's a critical thing that I missed here. Right now, it's displaying 2. And that would be 1, 2, 3, and 4. But this one would be off, and this one would be off. Okay? And right now, 3... Let's go back here to the picture again. 3 is B. We already have 3 done. We're doing 4, B and C naught. And number 4 goes into C, which would be on. Alright? 4 is D. And this one, F. Okay? So 4 only gets used twice. Let's see if we can do this here. We can do this. Alright. Oh man. Oh, goodness me. I am going to count it all the way up to 8. Why did that not work? What's powering this? This guy's powering it. We're gonna just break this side entirely, because nothing on this side has been useful yet. Hopefully that'll fix whatever that was, that bug is. Something is powering this block. We don't need that. Okay. Alright, now we're counted up to 8. The fact that this came back is a huge issue, because that means something is wrong. This is on, and this one is off. Why is this off? This is the problem. If I don't build it the first time correctly, it's just going to be a nightmare. Trying to follow what I did before, that's going to be just a nightmare. This line should be on. It's not, because this is on. Last I understood, as far as I know, what in the world? This right here, number 8, when we click 8, A is on, A naught is off, B is off, C is off, D is off. Alright, let's go through. Alright. Let's try this for a second. A. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. No, I thought I was doing so well. I really did. I was confident in my work. Whoa. I was confident in my work. Guys, never get confident. Oh my goodness, don't ever get confident. That is the most unnecessary thing you could do. Amazing. Amazing. Wow. I cannot believe I haven't even told you what I did. I'm just dumbfounded. I'm so sorry, guys. So, basically, we could take a look at our chart here. And I will pull it up for you guys. Alright, so this is what we've got as a chart. A, B, C, B naught, C naught, D naught, B naught, C, D, B, C naught. You guys have heard me say all these letters a million times already, which could get boring, I understand, but it's cool. Here's the thing, okay? Notice where this line is coming from right here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 would count up from the bottom, right? 0 would be all clear. 1, 2, 3, and then 4 would be this line, and then 5 would be this line, right? Here's the problem, okay? That is how we have it set up. But I labeled from the bottom up, A, B, C, D, rather than A at the top, B, C, D. Oh! I'm literally dying, guys. Because that means all of the wiring that I just did is completely upside down. Alright? Oh, okay. Well, here's what we're gonna do. Start new. Alright? We're gonna rebuild this whole system. This whole thing is gotta just a whole system. Okay? And then a block above that, which has this coming out of it. Oh, I like it when it happens like that. Not at all. Okay, that is just how we have it, alright? This is our counter. This is where we count. Very nice. Okay? This is the A line when we get to it, alright? That is our A line. Yep. Now, I could do something neat, and we could really condense this, because I'm pretty sure I could take out of this and just put this as a knot. Can we do that? Let's see if we can do that. Alright, down here is not. This is the true one. And that turns off. Good. Okay, so that's the knot. This is the true one right here. Right. Well, that'll condense things a little bit anyway. Now, remember, this is level A right here. And I'm just gonna... What do we do it? Yellow, red? Okay. Yellow, red, green, and blue. Green, blue. Okay. That'll help me recognize where we're at here. Alright, and I'm going to get signs now. Again. Okay. A, not A. It's with apostrophe. And this is A. This is B not. B not. And this is B. C not. C. D. This is D. This is D not right here. D not. Okay? That's how we have it set up in the chart. That's how we're going to do it. Okay? It's A, B, C, D. Even though 8 is B at the top. So let's count up to 8. 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? Only this one is on. Right? Now, we're going to start all over again with this. We need to get this as condensed as we possibly can, alright? A or B or C. Now the problem that we're going to run into right now is that, alright, this is A up here. Right now A is on. B is right here. I'm gonna keep the color palette going here. B. So if I could power this block right here with a target block, I like those target blocks, I'm telling you. If I could go like that and power this without, yeah, because if I put a piston on there, then it'll, yeah, whatever. Basically, I was hoping that A, B, and C, because these are two in a row here, I could maybe get a not out of this. Oh, I could, right here, like this. Will that work? Yeah, it will, because this doesn't affect that block there. Awesome. And then I could just go like this. Bring this torch up. One. And if I put that on there, because this is not on. Good. And this is not on, which is also good, but this one is on. So if I break this, that torch goes out. Well, guys, we've already made a huge amount of progress right here, just like that, because this is line 1, all right? Right there. That is number 1. And I broke my sign, so I gotta grab this here. Line number 1. That was kind of a stressful moment for me. B naught, C naught, and D naught. Can we do the exact same thing that we just did here? Okay. But wait a minute. B naught, C naught, D naught. Alright, so we're going to go on to the not side of the board, which is on this side. B naught, C naught, and D naught. This right here, this torch is B naught. Okay? We could bring that out to the center. And I can't put this torch on this block, but I can bring it over to here. Okay. B naught. If I put redstone, then it'll be affected here. How? Where else can I put B? Because this is B naught. We want this. And we have C naught here. This is C naught. Alright, so if I brought some redstone over to here, that would be B naught and C naught right there. Because C is off, but this torch is on right here. Okay? And this torch is only powered by that right there. Yeah, and we're going to have to come out this side. Okay, let's focus up here, guys. Focus up. Focus. We're getting close. We're getting closer. Where we need B naught right here. We need this torch. The problem is we're running into this guy right here. And there's no chance, well, I guess I could just come out to the front here and do this again. Yeah, that's fine. Because for A, B, and C, C is off, B is off here, but C is on. Alright, so this should still turn off when I break that. Good. Now we can bring B naught a little present here. Technically, we don't need that there. And if I put redstone on there, it'll power this. And I could just bring this up somehow, right? Line number 2 should be complete. Line 2, number 2. Okay, now we're gonna go back to the, oops, I just broke everything. I do that sometimes. Line 1 and 2 are done. B naught, C, and D. Now watch this, guys. This is gonna be pretty neat, okay? Because B naught, C, and D naught are all on the same side here too. Okay. So now we're gonna just take directly out of this one right here. Oops. Oops. I can break that. I don't need that. Okay. I'd rather not go this direction. What is this guy doing here? Oh, he's powering that block here. Can't get rid of this guy. And even if I could, it wouldn't matter. And D, this is D right here. So if we got a repeater coming out of there, and I can't place a torch there, can I? What would that do? No, because then that was messing up there. Okay, this is good right here. And now we just need B not. Okay, so if I put a torch on here and then brought this up a little bit more. Oh, but I can't mess with that. Redstone here. Oh wait, I know what the way we do this here. We've done this a million times already. Not quite a million, but pretty close to it anyway. Because if only this line is on, this line will be off anyway, and it won't matter. So I'm happy with doing that. I'm okay with that. Alright, and then yellow, red, green. Okay. And sign right here. Line 3. Number 3. Okay. Now don't get too hasty here. B and C not. Alright, now I'm fairly certain that this one is going to be easy because I think B and C not are lined up right here. B and C not? Is that right? B and C not. Okay. I didn't delete that, did I? I did. Okay. I keep doing that. It's just brilliant. Okay, bring this up. Full screen. Down. B and C not. Oh man, I keep forgetting. B and C not. Right here. B and C not is number 4. Bring this down. B and C not. Okay. So all I need to do is literally right here. just right here. Because C naught is powering. Don't need that. It should be powering right there. Good. And that one is blue, okay? Well, guys, I could tell you we're going a lot faster than we did on the first round. Line number 4. Number 4. I'm clicking on that again. Number 4. Okay. Now, let's work. Can we get number 1 and D naught? Let's try that. Line number 1. Is it and? And? Question mark? Line number 5 is 1 or D naught. Okay. Let's try to get that out on this side, shall we? And this line can come right over. We just go like this. Okay. And we put a redstone repeater on there like that. Now, D naught is all the way down here on the other side. Oops, we do need that redstone there though. D naught is on, which comes up from this spot right here. Alright guys, you're gonna have to bear with me here. Oops, I forgot caps lock is on. C, break that. I don't want to actually mess with this block right here because it's important that we don't do that. So I'm going to bring this down. This gets powered from here. Oh man, we can't. And then we're just going to grab a repeater just like that. And this is going to be line 5. So we're going to go back down to yellow again, but this is the terracotta. Okay. Line 5. Line number 5. Number 5. Man, I could actually go for some Wendy's right now. I might do that. I might quit the stream and go to get Wendy's. Line 5 is 1 and D naught. Okay? Now let's double check and we make sure that we made our work good. Okay? D should be D naught is on, which means this is on right here is on. Okay. That's line 5. Okay. Let's double check. I think we only get 6 lines, number 3 and number 5. And it's an and, number 3 and number 5. Okay. Line number 2, 3, and 5. Okay. So what we can do is, can we bring this down? Alright, so we're going to put a redstone torch on here. And that... And let's double check and we'll look at the chart. But I think if 3 and 5 are on, then this is on. Okay? And in Minecraft, that looks like... Yeah, we have to put the... No, Now this is line 6, so we're going to grab the red terracotta. But right here, this, oops, we'll grab the red terracotta. This is line number 6. Okay? And we're going to put a sign on it, says line 6. Number 6. Number 6. This is much simpler than what we were doing over here, guys. Much easier than what we had. So we have all of this logic done, alright? Now, line number 6 goes directly to A. Then there's a logic gate for B, a logic gate for C, an AND gate, these are OR gate, OR gate. D gets 2 and 6. Alright, this is 6, this is 2 right here. We can do that. Let's just do it. Let's do it. 6 goes right to A, so we don't have to manage anything with that. Let's do B, because that's going to be complicated. C naught, D naught, and B naught. C naught and D naught are getting the treatment right there. Alright, now C naught and D naught, right? C naught and D naught are getting an X NOR gate, which is pretty exciting. Alright, let's try C naught and D naught. So D naught is off, which means I can put this here, C naught, D naught. And this is on right there. So this is a live line. But where else is it getting powered from? C naught. Double check this. Line number 4 is B and C naught. This is line B, and it goes into this block, which will power this. Okay, so I was right to assume we cannot trust this line here. We need to go like this if we want to trust this line. Okay. Huh. I wasn't aware that that could be a thing. I need to have power coming out of this for B naught though. C naught. Unless we want to try on this side, but it's already complicated over here. And I don't think this comes out any further, does it? Can I bring a block all the way out without powering this block? No, I don't think I can. I'd really like to, but that is already kind of set in there. Can I come over here with it? B naught being this one right here, over to here, and then I don't want to confuse myself here. Over. If I, oh wait, if I place a piston here, that won't affect this tower here, and it won't affect this guy, and I can go like this. This is B naught, and then we need C naught, which is right here. No, this right here is Alright, wait a minute. C and D not is the ones that we need here. C, which is coming out from this block right here, powering this. This is C not right here. Don't forget that. Yellow, red, green. This is green, okay? Green. And D is coming right here. And if I place, I don't need that block there. I'm gonna use blue here because it will help me. I can power this right here. But if I break that, alright. Okay. And I need these two to come down together. Well, I guess I can use the green just because I'm here. And it is C and D not, right? C not, D not, B not. So we're going to need to get this B all the way down to there again. How do we do that? B not is on right now. Now, right here, we can bring up like this. Alright. This is how we did it before. There was redstone torches. And I have to power it directly from this side. And I have to be careful because this will affect things here. Alright, I'm gonna go like this, and then that's on. Okay, and then we need a redstone dust there. And one right here. Right here. Boom, boom. Alright, now, let's see about this, shall we? What we need to do is we need to get this, we can turn it into a target block. Is what we can do. Alright. So that this powers this right here. Oh, okay. Oh, but we can come up from right here. Let's use the blue. See, because that doesn't power into this here. But if I bring up... Yep, I think this will work. Okay, and then we just need to place another torch on there like that. And if they're both on, then this is on. If that's off, then that's off. If this is off, then it's off. Okay, good. This is gotta get mixed in with line B naught. Okay, so B naught is right here. This is B naught. This line right here. We can bring this down, and they're right next to each other. Actually, that's perfect. And what do we need? It's got to be an OR gate, right? Alright, I'm just going to place that there. Is there any other stuff going in? B is powering this piston. Okay, yes, there is other things going in. So what we need to do, if this comes up, break this line for a second, and then break this torch, then that's not being powered anymore. Okay. But we can go like that, and then we need, what is this? This is one of the lines now. Okay, that is line B done. Okay, so we have line 6 is A, line B is done. Now let's get C done. All right, letter C is number 4 or D. 4 or D. Line 3, 2, 5, 1. Please be line 4. Ooh, yay. All right, D. So actually, we can bring this line right here. D. Okay, wait a minute. There's no way that was easy. D and line 4, right? D is 2 and 6. Sorry. Line C is number 4 and D. D is off right now. This is off. And line 4. Line 4 consists of B and C naught. Yep, it does. And line 4 is right here. Okay. What? Watch this. Now, I just need to make sure if I break this. Okay, see, that does happen right there. Which makes this unfortunate. This does actually have to be a lamp, funnily enough. But I could still go like this. Line number 4. Because that's line number 4. And if I place a blue wool on there like that, what is happening? Oh, because it's powering that. Alright. This is D, right? Oh. Okay, but we have a D naught right here. Okay. I really wish that I would have kept that sign there. Can I go like this? Nice. Okay. The problem that I'm going to run into is I actually want this to be a repeater. And then I want to have a repeater coming off of this line here. And then I want to power this line right here. And now we have the line that we need. And this is going to be line C. Line 4, this is line B, and then number 6 is also just letter A. Alright, so 4 and D, now letter D out of it. Just saying, we're up to the point now in about 15 minutes, a little more than 15 minutes, where we were at for the previous like 2 hours. Alright, now we're going to be working down with line D, which is number 2 and number 6. This is number 2, this is number 6, and we need to bring those together as an AND gate, okay? So just remember we did this together. This is line 3 and line 5. Now we need to do the same thing with line 2 and line 6. Alright, now line 6 is live, but I can go like this, bring a torch tower up, right here like this. See, it's on, alright. And then that turns off. Live. Hello. Okay. Excuse me. Very, very sorry about that. Alright, so this torch is on. What we need to do, actually, is bring this up, go like this, and then that is on. And as we know, when it's on, then both lines turn off. And basically, we just need to put a redstone dust right there, and then bring that over to here, like that. This is now going to be line D. I think that's right. Line D is 2 and 6. Alright, so let's say when this line is on, take that out. When this is off, and this is off. What in the world? Okay. Right, that's why we don't do that. Duh. Alright, we're gonna break all this, okay? It needs to be when this line is on and this line is on, then it sends a signal. Alright. Oops, not that way, this way. 2 and 6. Alright. I keep saying this. 2 and 6. This is line 3, which makes this line 6, and this is line 2. Alright. So if I bring this torch up and then up again, then this line is on. Alright. But we want this line to be dead. And when this line is dead, then it's going to send a signal. Okay, so if I break this line is off, then it's off. And I break this line, it's still off. When this line is on and this line is on, then it turns on. Now we've got our line, and I'm just, because we're still here, we're going to change it to be this color now. Okay, and this is D. Sorry guys, that took me a second longer than it should have, but I'm starting to get a little bogged down in all the traffic here. Alright, let's go work on E. Ooh, this is going to be fun. Wait a minute. What? Don't we have a 2 and a 5 together? 3 and 5 is together. 2 and 6 is together. But not 2 and 4? Oh, okay. And we don't put 2 and 4 together anywhere else either. That's fine. 3 and D naught. Alright, we're working back into D and D naught. Alright. D naught right in here is active. Alright. We need to take it from this line right here somewhere, and I'm pretty sure this comes up and messes with this, and then this is a different system right here. So this line right here is D naught, which comes up to here. Alright, so this is D naught still. Comes directly 1, 2, 3 over in. Okay, D naught is that one right there. And we need that to line up with number 3. Is that right? 3 and D naught. And, alright? Now this is line 3 right here. So I can bring this over. Break this. Okay. And then I can't put a torch there. But if I put a torch there, that is fine. And then we're going to run over and grab this blue line right here. Seems like a good for the letter E. I kind of like the color of this, actually. Makes color. It's pretty. Okay. And now this is letter E. Okay. I'll take it. And then we need F and G. It's the only ones left. Number 1 and 2. And then 2 and 4 and 5. Alright. Let's work on letter F for a second. 2 and 4 and 5. Now I know 2 is right here and 5 is right there. But I think 4 is this one right here. And then this is letter C. Alright. So we'll grab some blue wool. We're going to go up 1 and come back over. Alright. We're going to bring it all the way over just like that. Alright, now let's not forget this is line, I'm going to put that right there. This is line 4, is right. Line 4. Line number 4. Okay, and it needs, for F, we need 4 and 2 and 5. Okay, so we're going to bring line, this is line 3, this is line 2 and 5. Okay, and we can go like this. Problem is, if I place a block right here and put some redstone dust on it, this will always be active. And if I go here, we're going to risk running into this trouble here. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to run this over like this. Alright. And now I can go like this. And as I believe it should be, when 2 and 4 and 5 are all on, F is also on. Alright? And that is the case. All of these are on. Excellent. So now, I'm going to run with this purple because I kind of like the color that it makes. This is letter F now. F. Okay, and now we just need G. G is number 1 and number 2. Ready? Number 1 and number 2. We can bring this down, can't we? Oops, I forgot that you can do that. If I put power onto that, then it'll start being silly. We're gonna make this yellow. Yellow, yeah, yellow. I like yellow. Everybody likes yellow, right? Oh. Alright, I'm just gonna go like that, and then I can take this. And if this is on, then Okay, now that should be it. Letter G. Okay, well that was pretty exciting actually. I'm gonna feel a lot safer if that's not there. Guys, we did it. That is all of the logic that we're gonna need, alright? Let's look over here. I think this is B. Alright, can I just go right underneath this? I don't want that color. B, line G is not on? Hello? Oh, because we need to do this. Right. Okay. G right here. A on the bottom. D. E. Okay, wait. What is this line? This is B? Yeah, that's right. Nope, I don't want G. Letter B. Okay. A, B, where's C? What is line C? C is 4 and D. That's also on this side. Line C right here. Okay, we're gonna have to go out one more like this. This is gonna be pretty cool, guys. I cannot wait to do this, actually. Hook this all up. This is gonna be awesome. Okay. Now, we're gonna just grab this. That's B. This is C right here. C. Now let's look at this. A is 6, B is that, C, D. We should have everybody over here now. A, B, C, D, E. Where's F? F. Is this line F? F. So, right? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. We do. We have all of them, guys. They're all here. The whole clan. The whole clan is here. Alright. Now we're just going to run over and just duplicate this, because trying to wire it into there is going to be basically impossible now. And I'm going to give myself plenty of room. One more, 1, 2, and one more. Alright, so now we're going to grab this and these. Yeah. Alright, so 1, 2. Yep, there it is. Okay. Break that. Okay, now this is going to be interesting. Let's get line A gets to the top here. Alright. Everybody looks good. Alright. We'll take it. Alright, now, let's look at the picture here. A goes in the top, and then B. So we're going to go around to the front. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Alright. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. G goes in the middle. G goes into the middle right here. Very nice. G goes in the middle, just like that. Okay? A goes on the top. So I think I can get away with breaking this here. Because who goes in the bottom? Is it D? Is it D? D goes in the bottom. Okay. So, oh, silly. D goes in the bottom right here. Which means this has got to cross over. I can do that right here. Oh, why is that powering? And I have to do the same here. That's fine. I just didn't know that it was going to do that. So we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Alright, now let's get F is over here, and I think it needs to come to here. Excellent. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G. E goes right here. This is E, please. Okay. What am I doing? Alright. We're getting there, guys. A goes up on the top. One of these is A. Can we just bring A over? Yeah, let's just do that. Because B needs to go right here. Where are you getting powered from? Okay, good. B, I can break all these, and then I can go. I'd rather. There's no way easily to get power up to there, is there? If I power a block that is right here, and he's sitting, no, doesn't work. I guess I can just power a sticky piston. And terracotta doesn't move, right? Right? With the slime? Let's try it. It does. Okay, brilliant. Ah, but it won't break obsidian. So we're just gonna use obsidian. Right now, we're just trying to get this to work. Okay. Now I gotta go fly back over and get more slime. Oh man. Excuse me. Alright, now we've got one last one to hook up right here. Okay, that is actually great. I'm kind of panicking because I don't know if this is gonna work or not. We should have done everything right. Everything should be good. Let's try it. Oh, yes, let's go. All right, now this is gonna be gibberish because it's going up to 10. All right. Yeah, gibberish. Gibberish. Good. Awesome. Now here comes the big moment. All right. More gibberish. Yep, more gibberish. More gibberish. I'm shaking a little bit here, guys. It should go down to 0. Oh. Let's try 1. Oh, okay, 1 works. Does 2 work? 2 works. Did you see that? Okay, 3 doesn't work. Why aren't you working? Alright, for 3, I don't have the thing to work for me, so I can't actually do very good. We'll pull up this. Number 3 is A, B, C, D, and G. Oh man, this is going to be a headache. Alright, A will be on for 3. No, A will not be on. The letter A, big A, will not be on for 3. So it'll be A naught. We don't use A naught in any of our stuff here. Alright? So that won't matter. Okay, now let's go back from big letter A here. Goes to 6, needs to be 3 and 5 together. Okay? 3 is B naught, C, or D. That's number 3. Alright, so let's check line 3. Is line 3 on? Get rid of this. Line 3. Back here. Line 3 is on. Okay? And is line 5 on? Okay, wait. We can do this a little easier because we know that C is the one that is not working. So C is 4 or D. Alright, so let's check line 4, and we already know that line 4 is wrong. Okay? Why is line 4 not working? Okay. Line 4 operates off of, let's find out, because we know D is off right now. Line 4 is B and C naught. Alright, so C naught needs to be active. No, C naught is not on, alright? But B should be on. Oops, not that one. 4 is B or C naught. And C naught is the one that is on for 3. What? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, wait. No, sorry. Sorry. We have to be thinking about 3, alright? Because that's the number that we're in. Right? This is 3, yes. And I have to assume, okay, when we're looking at this, D will be active. C will be active. B naught is active. B naught is active, okay? Looking at this, I could tell you that torch is out right there. That doesn't help me because we need this torch to be on right here. This is B naught. Did we just make a mistake here? Whoa, don't do that. Wait, why is it? Where are we getting flicker from? Because somewhere there's definitely flicker happening. This goes into here. We shouldn't be powering anything below. Alright, but we definitely need this to be into line 4 here. So I don't know why that's happening. Okay. Alright, what I'm guessing is somewhere in this line here. Let's see if it still happens there. No, we don't want this line to be turning on because this line is turning on right here. And this should be line E, right? Doesn't say. Why didn't I label this? This is line 4. Line 4 needs to be on. Okay, take this out. Okay, this usually only happens when there's a torch, so we can take that torch out. Okay, so line 4 and D. And what we need to do is we need to find a way to get this line right here, just like this. Okay? Okay, that's fine. Now we should be good. It still says 9 here because line 4... Okay, it should not be saying 9 right now because we're not at 9 yet. What's happening? What is happening? Did we need this block here? Yes, we did. Does that change? Nope. this should not be on yet. Line F. Okay, now we can look here and say, because we know that line 4 needs to be on. Line 4. Line 4. Okay, we know line 4 should be on. What about line 5? Run back line 5 here. Okay. Line 5 is 1 or D not. Alright. I've got ropes circling around my leg here. It's so silly. Okay. Line number 5 is 1 or D not. So let's run through line D not. This is A. Why is A part line 1? Okay. That comes off of line 1. Line 5 does have line 1 in it. Okay. Where does line 5 match up? Okay. And D not is not on right now. Good. Oops, this one right here. Line 1 is A or B or C. And I'm pretty sure I got that right. The problem is, I don't know. Now we gotta find the other culprit is line 2. Should line 2 be on? Okay. So line 2 is consisting of B naught, C naught, and D naught. I think that's the culprit, alright? B naught, C naught, and D naught are all ORed, okay? Now B naught in 3 might be on. Nope. Yes, B naught in 3, because it's 0, 1, 2, and 3. So D naught and C naught will be off, but B naught will still be on, okay? So we should have power to line 2 right now, which I believe we do right here. We do have power. So line 1, I think maybe that's our culprit. We don't need to be looking at line 2 though. Line 2 does go into this little bit of a reunion. I think our culprit is line 5? Line 3. Line 5. Line 5 does go into F. Yes. Let's work back from line 5 is 1 and D naught. Now for 3, D naught will not be on. Okay. Because this is on, which activates this, turns that off. D naught will not be on. And it's not on. Okay. So we know that this right here is good. But it's an OR gate, so we got to check back through line 1. And line 1 is all of these. A will not be on. B will not be on. C will be on. Okay? A is off, B is off, C is on. Okay? A is up here is off. So we're not getting power for line 1 there. Where is the power coming from? I'd assume... Is it coming... B naught is off right there. Yes. So this is the line that we're getting trouble from. But it should be giving us trouble because it is line C is on. So that is correct. Line 1 is working correctly, which means line 5 is working correctly. Line 5 should be on, all right? Line 5 is on. Now let's check line 4 again, because we know that we made one mistake over there already. This is a lot. This is a lot here. Line 4 consists of B or C naught only. Now, we've already discussed B will be off and C naught will also be off. Oh, wait. For number 3, B and C naught will both be off. So we should not be getting power through line 4 at all. But we do have power through line 4. Where are we getting power from line 4? Does that fix it? It's okay. Just double checking here. 4 is B and C naught. B and C naught. And neither of them have power. Alright, Alright, let's go over and make sure this is a 4. Alright, now this line right here is B. Where does B come from? B, oh, that's the XNOR gate, which is the one we were just messing with here. Don't worry, guys, we're getting there. I'm fairly certain I got that, but we need to make sure the B naught is in there. B naught is off, right? And then in order to get power through here, both of these need to be on or both need to be off. For number 4, all right, let's count, is only B is on. So B naught is off. So it has to go through this too. C naught or D naught. And C naught and D naught are both off for this. So we need to double check and make sure that both of those lines are off. And look at this. This line is on. Why is D not on? Okay. And C is on. C naught is getting power, and this is getting power. Where did that fix it? Oh. Who knew? This is supposed to be 4. What is this? This is C naught, right? That's B, right? No, it's C naught. C naught right here is powering this block, putting this out right here, out to here. Why? What is happening? Which powers down? Oh. I think this is the problem right here. How do I fix this? So I know I need to, oh man, oh man. Oh man. Basically, I do need this to go through, but I need these two lines to stay separate. But I need this to be powered by this here. So if this gets powered, then alright, we could go like this. No, we cannot go like that. we could go like that, and then like that. Does that still make it? Nope, that works. Alright, so because this is powering this line down here, that's good. Okay, 4, 5. Okay, okay. 6. Eee! Let's go. 7. Oh, okay. These two. I don't know what 7's supposed to look like. Actually. Let's go up to 8. 8. I think 9 already worked. 9. Okay. Okay, so 0 still is not working. Why is 0 not working? I know it's not a problem with the logic. I know for a fact that it's a problem with the way that I set it up. Let's cycle through and see what we got again. 1. Still works. 2. Still works. That's good. 3. That's the one we fixed. 4. That's the other one we fixed. 5. We know 5 worked. Good. 6. I'm kind of hoping that if I fix number 0, then 7 will work. Because I don't remember. I think 7 is supposed to not have these 3. 8. 9. Which doesn't bode well that I got 3 wrong. 10. 10 is nothing. 11. I don't know why I keep trying. It's not going to do anything. Alright, let's figure out why 0 is not working. We need 1, 2, 3. And they're not the same ones that 7 was having troubles with, but 2 of them are. Alright, so we need to have A on. Let's go through and check A. Let's check A. We know 6. Alright, so A needs to have 3 and 5 working. Let's see which one of those is not working. Line 2, 5 is not on right now. Why is 5 not on? Because this needs to be powered here. Yep. Alright. Sure. Just go like this. And we can confidently replace that with a target block. I know I had one here somewhere. Okay, what? Okay. That's interesting. Alright, well. Alright, that should be the top one. Oh, and the bottom one. Hopefully that was the problem that we were running into. 0. 1. Okay. 2. Yeah, I think it's gonna work this time. 3. 4. Yeah. 5. 6. Same. Good. Alright, so we're still running into this problem. Oh boy. Alright, at least the middle one needs to go out. Okay, let's start with G. 1 and 2. Now, if we count up to 7, let's go over here to count up to 7. If we count up to 7, we have the 3 bottom ones on, okay? So 1, 2, and 3. So B is active, C is active, D is active, and all their knots are all inactive, okay? And A is not active, so we don't need to circle any A's in the equation. We literally only have one, and it's right here, OR. So we get rid of that, and we just need to think now for a second. G for 7, all right? G consists of 1 and 2, all right? And we've just said that B is active and C is active because B is active here and C is active here for 7 because that's the bottom 3, all right? So we know that 1 is working correctly if it's on, all right? Let's go check line 1. Line 1 is active. Okay, so that's not the problem. Now let's check line 2 because that's the only other place it could be a problem. B naught is not active. C naught is not active when this is it. D naught is not active. Okay? Because all these are knots. So G should not be active. So none of these should be active. If line 2 is active right now, that means we have messed up something. Line 2 is active. Why? Right here. Nope. It's not getting powered from there. Somebody is powering it, though. What's powering this block? Or is it getting powered from somewhere else? Huh. Let me through. Line 2 is active for some reason. And it's neither of these or this. Because if I break this repeater, take this, it's still active. Okay. This is powering it right here. Why is this powering it here? Did I want that to be powering it? I don't think I did. And I think that's going to cause me some real headaches right now. Because I want this to be powering it, but not this. Wait a minute. Just go like this. I think that will fix it. Was that it? That's better. But not the thing that we were trying to fix. Okay, so line 2 should not be active for this one right here. Which is fixed. Why is G still activated? 1 must be activated. Because line 2 and line 1 are... Oh, cancel. I don't want to cancel. I don't want the Minecraft update right now. I want what I'm trying to get to here, which is 1 and 2 both have to be active in order for G to activate. Okay? G is in the middle. So I must be... There you go. That was the problem. Is that 7? Let's see if it still cycles through. 8, 9, Alright, now gibberish. 10. Should still be 2. Yep. 3 is going to activate 4. 5. Yep. 6. 7. 0. Okay, 0. 1. Okay. Okay. Let's go. 3. Please. Yes, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, now I'd like it to cycle from there, but it won't do that. So let's set up a little thing here, shall we? Little thing. I like these. Little redstone torch for you. Alright. So now the way we set this up right here is just like this. Alright. Take it, lock here. Put a thing here. And then we can take like this. Drop this, just drop some stuff here. I'm gonna take it and put it on a 16. And then we just need a repeater. Okay, and what I'm gonna do is get an observer. Okay, we're gonna take half these out here. And we're just gonna run this over to here. Let's count it up. This is exciting. Yeah! Let's go! Let's go! Okay, okay. Give me 7, give me 7. Yeah! Let's go! Let's go! 0! 1! 2! 3! Alright, I gotta speed this up here a little bit. I'm gonna cut the time in half again. Let's push the boundaries here. 8. 9. 2. 3. Yeah, let's go! Woo! Yeah! We did it! Holy, that was a lot. That was intense, guys. What do you think? Stop the stream, go get some dinner, and then come back and play some Satisfactory. I think I like that idea. It's cold over here. Where do I put the lever here? I want to turn this on. Oh my goodness, let's go! Let's go! I'm so hyped, bro. Oh man, this is good. Alright. Crimson. No, not Crimson. Nylum. Nylium. What is this? Warped? Alright, warped. This is the one. Right here. Yeah, this is the one. Just put some of that across here. I'm so excited. I'm so excited! Woo! Man, that took a minute though. We can definitely condense some of this redstone here and make it a little bit better. But we did it. We did it. I want to email my professor and tell him because he helped me with this a long time ago out at college and it was pretty cool. Oh yeah. Alright guys. Well, oh, my skin was off the whole time again. Oh, silly game. Alright, let's go like this. I did this last game too. Alright. Well, guys, we have come a long way already. You know, and I talked about display stuff last time. We'll have to work on that. But we are getting there. I'm really happy with this right here. The little XNOR gate that we got working so well. I'm very happy with that. We've still got our mucks. We're going to use that quite a bit. We're trying... what was this? Oh, this is the counter that I had originally. It counts up just like the other ones did. And you guys could still be watching. I've got some videos coming out soon, but not immediately. We gotta figure out, and we'll probably use a model like this, how to reset so that it doesn't count past 9, because that is kind of annoying. And we need to have a signal so that it goes over to the next one. But other than that, I am super happy with this. And I'll catch you guys at a different time. I know that I'd like to play Satisfactory, but I don't know if I'm going to have time tonight or not. If I do, you guys can join me over there on that stream. If I don't, I'll see you next time. I hope that you guys are having a good night, and thanks for watching. I will be having a end of the stream and start of the stream Minecraft theme stream start thing soon enough, but not today because I still didn't have time to work on it yet. But thanks for watching and listening to me ramble about Minecraft logic gates because I like those. But I'm gonna end the stream now. Bye.